Hello ladies and gentlemen, and I'm Morgan Freeman.
Never work with children or pets. Right, this is our second video for YouTube. If you've watched the first one where we tested the Dr. Stanley Clark snake oil, you'll know that this is the best thing we've come across so far. But before we made any sort of comparisons, we had to set a base standard. And we've obviously smoked all these before, and the one that we decided to pick as a standard that we both really enjoy is this is grape.
Which one's that?
Now this grape, this is amateurs on the video here.
I'm a pro. I've got bunk.
That's not it. Where is it? Ah, here it is. So this comes from Vapouriz, and it's e-liquid and it's grape, and you can get this on Amazon. This is where we bought this from, Amazon. Amazon will sell e-liquids as long as there's no nicotine in them. Okay, so you won't get any nicotine. Now this particular one from Amazon, Vapouriz Grape, you get 10 mils, it's £2.77, and it works out 28 pence a milliliter. So if you remember, this one was quite a lot more expensive at 43 pence a milliliter. This is 28 pence a milliliter. Now if you watched the first video, or you haven't, I'll just reiterate a few things again. We're testing them at 9 watts. We're using an iTaste 134 and a Vamo V5. We've got them both set to 9 watts, so that's what we'll test everything on, 9 watts of power. And this particular one was the first one to really hit me, because I actually lost my sense of smell some years ago. And so taste for me is everything. Now obviously Tristan being young, my son, he's obviously got a very good sense of smell and taste. So I'll let him talk first about how he finds that, and then I'll discuss how I see it.
Best way to describe this, first of all, taste-wise, it's like chewing, for the Americans or the Yanks, Big League Chew, the grape version, or it would be like chewing a Hubba Bubba grape for the UK guys. The thing is, it's hard to explain. When you take it in and you let it taste, it's very pungent and it just stays with you, and it's quite long lasting, and it's very strong for the first time. However, after like 4 or 5, the taste dies down, but it's still prominent in the whole idea. Second of all, if you smell someone who's having it, it smells like chewing gum. That's the best way to describe it. It's not overpowering, it's not sickly over time, it doesn't hit you in the throat like the grape. It's just very...
like snake oil?
Yeah, like snake oil. It's very calm, chilled, and it's the sort of thing to actually be a gateway into the whole vape world. So if it's your first one, definitely, where is it? Buy it. I mean...
You can't really go wrong at £2.77 for a bottle. I mean, it was, you know, when we first did this, after we bought the various vaporizers, and we've got other ones, like the Ascent and things, but these two are great because we can set the wattage on these and make them the same. But we bought several, and when we bought the grape, it was tremendous. It was very, very good indeed. Yeah, it's, for me, who's not got a sense of smell, it's one of the few that really hits me across the tongue. So when you take it in, it's exactly like you said actually. It reminded me, it was a very good description, it's like the Big League Chew grape chewing gum, like the Americans have, which is this stringy type chewing gum.
Chewing tobacco.
No, it's not chewing.
No, but like it was originally chewing tobacco, then made the bubble gum.
Ah, okay.
Long story.
Anyway, it's very, very good, and so this is the one that we're going to baseline against everything else. So in terms of colour, well, that's a little bit disappointing. It's see-through, it looks like water, it's not particularly interesting. Packaging, yeah, fairly...
It's industrial packaging, unlike the snake oil, which looks like it's...
The snake oil and some of the other ones that we'll come across later on. Actually, you can edit that out. But the snake oil, later on you'll see the snake oil as a nice bit of packaging. There's one called Mrs. Lord. She's got very oldie packaging. And there's a bit more effort put into it. But this is bog standard print, mass production. You don't think there's anything special in this. The liquid's see-through. It hasn't been steeped. We smoked this from the moment it arrived on the doorstep. But it could do with a little bit more flavour.
Yeah, but it's still pretty strong compared to everything else that we've had.
Compared to a lot of things, I mean, some of these we haven't tried yet, and we'll be trying them. And I mean, this is why we've got some new tanks to try, and we've got some other bits and pieces and some of the other tanks that we've got, which we'll empty and clean and load up. But yes, this is the one that we'll set. So for taste, what should we give the grape for taste? I think it needs to be up at the same sort of level as at least the snake oil, if not better. Snake oil taste was 8. I think we'll probably give this an 8 as well.
Yeah, 8 or 8.5, depends.
Yeah, and the smell, I mean, that's the bit I have to rely on you for.
9, like really high, quite.
Is it? It's really strong.
Like, the smell is really distinctive. Like the grape oil, you can argue whether it's like citrus, minty. Like, with a lot of these things, it's like minty with hints of other stuff. This is just grape. Like grape soda or stuff like that.
Yeah, it's definitely worth buying. Nick, when you're on Amazon and you're going to buy your vaporizer, certainly throwing one of these in your basket at £2.77 is going to be a bargain. You won't go wrong. It's very, very good. So yeah, enjoy. I hope you watch our other reviews. We're going to get through all 15 of that's on the table. Depending on how that all goes on our channel and how many people are interested in this, and hopefully they will enjoy the experience. Not only will we work through all these, but we'll work through some that you suggest. So if you tell us where you got it from and what the flavour is and why you think it's good, let us know. We'll order some up and we'll taste it.
Yeah.
The other thing that we're going to consider doing to expand the channel is
mods.
Well, we could possibly do mods, possibly do tanks. And the other thing that we can do is DIY e-liquids. So there are kits out there now where you can make your own e-liquids, load them up with flavours, and you can actually increase and share the recipes and tell people how you're doing it, and we'll do all that a bit later, but let's see how we get on with this. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed our second little video. They're all about 5 minutes long, and yeah, let us know what you think, give us your feedback.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for watching.
Yeah, until next time, bye.
You're such a stoner.
You love it.